Welcome, everybody, to the Side Dive Podcasts. Three of your favorite Cyclone fans giving you their take on all things Cyclone sports. Your hosts, I'm William Johnson. I've got Tim Jaspering. And at some moments, we will be joined by Vernon Johnson for the first time this season, even though we're only really on the second episode, but he'll be in here. Well, we all know what this week is. it's Cy-Hawk week. But before we get there, let's go back a few days so we can talk about that game against SEMO. 42-10. It's been a while since we've been able to comfortably enjoy an opener against an FCS program.
Yes.
I mean,
nice. Yeah. And I found myself texting you about why aren't they running the ball? And then later I'm like, why did I text them that? I'm like, every first game, that's all they've done is run the ball and throw short little outs and stuff. And here I am texting you asking why they aren't running the ball, and they're throwing and Deckers is out there just whipping it around. They can't cover Hutchinson. I'm like, what was I thinking? I after I sent that, I couldn't believe I sent that to you.
Believe me, everybody was thinking the same thing. Even when I ran it back, the announcer was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Because the simple fact is, this coming up week, we're not going to be able to just sling the ball all over because they got DBs.
Unless we go Purdue on them.
Yeah, but we'll get there later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you brought up Deckers and Hutchinson, outstanding connection. I mean, three TDs just with those two alone. They pretty much did whatever they wanted to, especially with that little clear out and then crossing pattern that they were hitting Hutchinson and Knoll with. I'm like, boy, SEMO better figure that out real quick.
Yeah.
But you know what? They didn't, and it was to the benefit of the Cyclones.
Yeah. Everybody talks about Decker's arm strength, which is valid. But what I was impressed with was what a catchable ball he throws. I mean, it just seemed like even the misses, were still catchable. So yeah, it was just fun to see that. So. Yeah, just I guess I just wasn't used to it, and so I guess that was on me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just what we've come accustomed to seeing.
Yeah.
So I mean, he played a pretty clean game aside from the one that was just ill-advised, just throwing that deep out. That was just like, throwing that far on that kind of route, that kind of stuff usually favors the defender if they played any kind of decent coverage. But
right,
it hats off to the defense for bowing up after that.
Yeah, and I watched the replay. I don't know. I mean, right? It wasn't the best throw, but I still think the receiver could have made an adjustment on the ball. But that wasn't where he was expecting it. He was looking for it to be more outside, that's where it should have been. But
Yeah.
it was a long throw across the field. When he won it back.
Yeah.
But I did like, obviously, the last few years when we played you and I in the first game, and something crazy like that happens. That was the start of, okay, we got to tighten everything up and just let the defense win the game. And they didn't do that.
Yeah.
They came right back and stayed aggressive, which I thought was a nice change of pace.
And I think that was just a testament also to just how SEMO ain't you and I.
Exactly.
Or North
Totally
Dakota
agree.
State or South
Yep.
Dakota State. I mean,
totally agree with that.
It was nice that they decided to say to themselves, look, yeah, they got a pick, but we're just still way better than them.
Yeah.
We're way more talented than them. And they just said, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
So that was nice to see. So I mean, Decker's had an extremely good game for his first career start.
Yeah, 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, I mean,
and they say he's the only Cyclone. I saw today he's the only Cyclone quarterback ever to do that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not a bad feat. Not a bad feat to have on your first game. X-Man. Did he finish with 8 catches? I can't remember.
I didn't see the total of catches. I just know he had the 3 touchdowns. The guys that you count that are supposed to do it, that you expect, that's what you got. I mean, which you don't always see that the first game, because
you
just never know what to expect, because first game jitters and all that other stuff. So yeah, I wasn't, even though it was Southeast Missouri State.
Still gotta go play.
Yeah. So, and even go ahead.
No,
I was just thinking on the defensive side, even they gave up that one long pass play, but there's 2 guys there to intercept it. The guy chucked it up there. Yeah, guy made a great play. So as far as it was, just I was surprised they didn't get any sacks though. They didn't bring pressure a lot as far as the blitzes. I mean, they did a few times. I know they did that where they bring Freeler up the middle on the safety blitz, but so they played a ton of guys though.
So stats wise, Decker 25 of 31, 293, had the 4 touchdowns and the pick. Brock, whilst they didn't do much running in the first half, they did a lot in the second half. He had 16 for 104. The team finished with 36 rushes for 176 yards. Receiving, Hutchinson, 3 touchdowns, 8 catches, 128. Noel has 6 catches for 25. Those are the big 2. The tight ends, who I was wondering about, they had 3 catches with 31 and a touchdown combined. Haneke got that touchdown after was it Shaw with the block?
Yeah, and weren't right, Haneke's touchdown, and then Easton Dean had that long catch over the middle.
Yeah,
weren't those both third down plays?
I believe so.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I thought those were both impressive plays too.
Yeah. On the defensive side, you were talking about we didn't get any sacks. They had 8 hurries, 3 tackles for loss. Reeder, Freeler, and Mendoza.
Oh,
Desmond.
Yeah, Miles, number 6,
Miles, yeah,
the lineman.
M squared.
Yeah,
About to be M squared, bro.
I
Yeah, Eminem. They all three had 5 tackles apiece.
wow.
Um,
Yeah,
and up front, I mean, McDonald had one. Peterson had one. Who's the other big boy? Lee had one. You know,
Singleton
the
did Singleton.
Singleton didn't have anything.
Okay.
So I mean, but you know, there was a lot of 3-man rush, and they were using a lot of protection, and then old boy was scrambling.
Yeah,
So you got to kind of
right,
take
and
the
that's like
ends and
anytime
tackles
they
out of that.
anytime they ran the ball, they didn't do anything. I mean, and that was just because the regular base defense. It did get a little old watching that dude scramble for seems like 6 yards a clip or whatever.
He had just over 6. He was 12 carries for 74 yards.
But I mean,
nobody
that was
else
just
did anything.
right.
They had 10 yards or 10 carries for 26 yards for the rest of for the running backs.
Right. Yeah.
So, no, I mean, pretty good game played on both sides of the field. Running back situation, Brock's still going to get the heavy load, but you saw those flashes of Norton. Actually,
yes.
I mean, there were. I mean, actually, all 4 of them gave us flashes of.
I think so. Yeah.
Of things that they could do.
Yep.
I mean, speaking of flashes, let's check out one of these said flashes.
What do you got?
Breaking through
the Brock. This I swear.
That should have been a touchdown. I think it should have been a touchdown. I mean, the way he
yeah, I know.
I mean, that's some shit we do in the video game. I'm like, no, this dude plays video games.
How far it is, yes.
Because people don't do that shit regularly. And only time I've ever seen that is in the video game. So I'm like, okay, John Reynolds, shout out to you. I know you a gamer, because those are the only people I ever seen to try that damn move. Is when that happened. So yeah, no, that was that shit was pretty goddamn slick. I think flashes were shown by all 4 of the running backs. You see that explosiveness from them, and it's like, ooh, give them a little bit of a hole and bang, these guys might be out of here.
Yep. Yeah, because when Sanders got that swing pass out of the backfield, I think it ended up being like a 10-yard gain, but he was motoring, and that SEMO guy got knocked out. Because
when they
Sanders, yeah, well, they were both, but Sanders, I don't think he shies away from hits or anything like that. He sticks his head in there. So, yeah, I think, like you said, all 4 of them, I think they're all 4 fun to watch. But Norton does have that. It's like making something out of nothing about him, as far as just running through dudes. Yeah. And then he has a burst too. So
Yeah. Jeremiah Cooper and Dominic Orange.
I thought they flashed to me. What do you think? You when you're sitting there watching at the stadium?
Yeah, no, I mean, fill enough space in the middle, and like oh boy does, and you you could definitely see a size difference.
Yeah.
Um,
I was surprised.
just seeing them stand when both lines were standing across. I mean, you can see a size difference with him and everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, not just for SEMO. I mean, you can see it
when you make
on the same side.
When you make Isaiah Lee look small,
Yeah,
you're a big man.
I mean, god dang, you know. I mean, wow. So, and that's something that's going to be sorely needed. I thought Purchase played well.
Yeah. Yep.
D-Max played well. I mean, granted, it wasn't the greatest of competition, and like you said, I mean, aside from the one that just threw up there, I mean, Iowa State played their usual bend don't break defense.
Right.
You know, we're gonna play hard. I mean, we're gonna be casual and just keep everything in front until we get to the red zone, and all of a sudden we're gonna become the '85 Bears. Yeah, we're gonna Super Bowl up and keep you from out of there. I mean, it's horrible for a fan.
I'm not gonna lie. That first drive, I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But it's like
the team just walking on down the field like it's no big thing, and it's like, come on, man. I mean, feel free to make a play. I mean, please.
Yeah. Well, yeah. One play I was impressed with was I think SEMO had got the ball on our end of the, on our side of the 50, and they ran that flea flicker type of play.
Oh yeah.
And Porter was in there, a dude that was playing offense last year, and he was right there. He was close to picking it off. I mean, and there was multiple plays where they were so close to interceptions.
Well, like with the Porter, I was like, that's it's nice to have that DB with a wide receiver mindset.
Yeah,
like he can see that kind of stuff coming.
Yeah,
just because he knows the role so damn well. So that's nice. Yeah, like when he threw it into that 4-on-1, I'm like, damn man, somebody's got to come up with those. Those that we're gonna need. I mean, maybe not in this game, but that happens in a conference game or something.
Yeah, you got to
have to come up with that.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that'll come. And that's what I was impressed with too. It was just you didn't see any total bonehead. For some reason there's a guy, standing 30 yards down the field. yeah, some blown coverage, and so and stuff like that happens in first games. So I mean, a lot of new dudes and they haven't played a lot, so I thought that was good.
Another good thing, we got three penalties. 3 penalties for 20 yards, so that was nice. Nothing crazy.
Did you ever look at McDonald's shoulder pads? They're always so jacked up from dudes. He's getting held.
Grabbing him.
His shoulder pads are all jacked up. His jersey's all up. But yeah, So
Um,
that might have had something to do with the first game that refs are like, we're gonna see how this shakes out. Keep this game moving.
Exactly.
Because what we have one holding call. We had one holding call.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to talk about our kicking situation.
What'd you think?
Got in the end zone. Got touchbacks. That's a key. Now, when they weren't touchbacks, I'm like, are these not touchbacks by design?
I think so, because that kid popped it up like right on the. It looked like a chip shot to the 20-yard line, and we almost ran under that thing. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did, and I was like, hopefully that was by design, and
I assume it was. Maybe it wasn't, but I wouldn't mind seeing that happen again.
It almost worked. Yeah, but no, I mean, no
Punter's first punt was he took his time. It could have been blocked, but like I said, that's true freshman. Kid was kicking in high school last year. Yeah. First kick. So
yeah, I mean, look at the bigger test this week coming up. So
just a little.
Yeah. So MVP wise, I mean, shit, you could give it to Deckers, you could give it to Hutchinson. I mean, shit, you can't have one without the other.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's got to be a combo deal there.
Yeah. So, no, like you said at the beginning, nice to just get out of here with a damn easy win. Because we're not used to that. That's what I was trying to explain to people. I'm like, I'm not looking at this game as a gimme.
No,
not if you know our history. I mean, shit, it doesn't seem that long ago we lost to Drake.
Dude. Don't bring up Drake. No, right. I mean, and they gave up 10 minutes or 10 points and fairly quick in that second quarter, and we've seen how that, and then like we said earlier, then some years that just they go in a shell and just try to let the defense, hold on to this game for us. We got an 11-point lead. We're just going to let the defense take it over, and they could have done that, but they kept pushing. So that was fun to see, I think.
Yeah. But here we are. That game has to quickly go into the closet because now you have the non-conference game. The most important non-conference game. And I don't want to put any undue pressure upon these Cyclones. But damn, we need to win. I mean, does losing this game ruin the season? No. But winning it sure gives a hell of a lot of momentum rolling into the rest of it.
For sure. Right. And that's one thing that's changed with Campbell is, back in the day, this game usually, if we won this game, you got a chance for a bowl because you're only going to win 3 or 4 games in conference, but that's changed, and that's great. The thing that's just been frustrating is how we freaking lose to these dudes. Just the.
Yeah, I don't think we need to recap it.
Yeah,
Anybody listens to this podcast has experienced the same kicks to the groin as the rest of us.
Yes.
It's just, and it's the number one topic. I mean, can't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
I mean, last 5 games, turnover margin is 9 them, 0 us. I mean, you're not going to win. I mean, if you can't turn them over once, and they've turned us over almost 2 times a game in these last 5 games, you're not
given their sad ass offense, short fields,
Geez. I mean, for sure. I mean, they've got an awful offense. I mean, they've had an awful offense and just an outstanding damn defense. You almost feel bad. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if them defenders look across that offense side-eyed like, you guys got to be kidding me. Because
I was listening to the radio today, and evidently they have some receivers hurt and stuff, and evidently some of the defenders have been bringing this up. They're like, we don't know what's up. These guys haven't even been practicing. Like questioning these dudes' toughness. Why they aren't practicing. So maybe that is starting to seep in a little bit. I hope so.
Yeah. But Jesus, they got a hell of a punter.
That's what I put on the rundown. It's like we got to figure out how to neutralize their punter.
Yeah.
All I know is
let them get first downs until they get to where they may have to kick a field goal. Don't let them punt. I mean, granted, if we're backed up to our 2, I think we'll do a little bit better of a job of getting the hell out of there than South Dakota State did. But that being said, it's not a position I want to be in.
Well, the other thing is I know we did this last year, and I saw South Dakota State. I only watched the first half, but like, you can't, if you're standing on the 10-yard line, you cannot let that ball bounce in front of you. You have to catch it. Because if it's bouncing in front of you, they're down.
If it's going over your head, if you're I mean, that's punt returning 101. I mean, it's literally the first thing they tell you. You put your heels on the 10. If the ball goes over your head, it's going over your head. If you got to raise your hands, then you don't touch it. But if it's in front of you, then you got to go get it. And that's going to be.
But we did that. We did that last year. South Dakota State did it. It's like, I don't know. I don't understand it.
That's got to be a point of emphasis for Jalen Noel this year.
Well, he's a totally different returner than Milton.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, Noel seems like he's got that fearless in him,
Yeah, it could be just as dangerous on the punt return. But that's got to be a point of emphasis on if that ball is 10 or further up the field, then you gotta go get it.
Yeah,
you just can't let it bounce because, I mean, shit. If you're gonna leave it alone, just go spot it at the 2, and let's move on.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, hopefully last week was an aberration, and dude was just having a great day because the offense sucked and he wanted all the glory. I mean, he got it. I mean, the fans were loving him, but hopefully that was just last week, and it's not gonna roll over.
So, question to me: do you rush him every time and not even worry about you just worry about your guy catching the ball, not making a return. So you rush him just if you can throw the timing off just a little bit, because you know how it is, like with basketball and stuff, where you rush a dude on a shot a little bit, it starts changing things.
I say if they're at their own 45 or further.
Oh, yeah, I see.
you're rushing. I mean, you or at least you make it
Right.
look like you're going to.
Right.
You also don't want to get in the habit of rushing him, and all of a sudden you get hit with the okie doke. And the next thing you know, they don't pull the damn
Well,
fake.
hopefully it's third and long every time because their quarterbacks throwing short hops to the tight end.
Yeah. So I think if it's like 40 or further, yeah, you rush him. I'm not worrying about. I mean, unless unless they're all snapping from like their own 2. I'm in normal punt return. I'm playing it safe. I'm going to play the field position game. Because I mean, there's not a whole lot of high scoring done by the Cyclones in these games, so that's when the smartness has to take over, and you're just going to have to play the field position, grind it out, nasty, ugly ass game, which I don't think the Cyclones have any problem doing. It's stomach upsetting for me as a fan to sit through mess like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Iowa State can get some semblance of a run game and shut down Iowa's, because they're getting their running back, their starter back this game. I think, and don't obviously turn the ball over. I think there's a very good shot to winning this game. I mean, it's not going to get into a shootout. I mean, Iowa just doesn't have the firepower. Even with all the receivers, if all the receivers are back, I still don't think they got the firepower because they ain't got a good gun. I mean,
right. Well, so yeah. Well, the biggest thing is if we can get to Petras early, maybe even force him into some mistakes, or just if he's just looking bad, they're going to be booing him. I mean, that place will be going bonkers, and especially if Iowa State has a lead. I mean, they're going to be more worried about booing their own quarterback.
This cat's and that's something this cat's probably used to. I mean, this ain't the first time he's heard the booze. He heard the booze last year.
He's probably got old Iowa quarterbacks calling him, telling him not to feel bad because it happened to them too.
But I mean, this dude is an absolute legendary level of bad.
Hey man, don't turn him into Tom Brady right now. Because you right when I texted you during the Iowa State game, what I text you, dude's throwing darts, boom, throws an interception. Now you can talk about how bad Petras is. Probably turn him into Tom Brady this weekend.
Well, hey, I talked about how bad he was during the last game, and he did not get any better.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Brian Ferentz brings it for this game.
Brings what? I mean, what's he gonna bring? Drinks to the field?
He's undefeated since he's been offensive coordinator against us. How sad is that to think?
Well, but he needs to look at his other coordinator pal as the only reason he can say that. Guess what? Iowa being undefeated since he became OC has absolutely nothing to do with him. It's got as much to do with me.
Don't tell his dad that.
Than it does hit Brian Ferentz.
Shit. I mean, his dad was so impressed with it. He made him the quarterback's coach too.
I mean, obviously nobody over there has a problem with nepotism, because if this isn't the definition of nepotism, I have no idea what it is. I mean, this is like, look nepotism up in the dictionary and you'll see their pictures sitting right there, because there is no absolute reason. Well, and if he's the quarterback's coach, I mean, I suddenly feel horrible for Petras. That is no wonder he's so goddamn bad.
Just don't turn it over. Just don't turn it over. You know, hey, it's worked.
I mean,
It's worked against us.
They're literally
They're just like,
going.
just as long as you can get it to the punter, we're good.
Here's what they are: the 2000 Ravens when they had Trent Dilfer.
For sure. Yep.
It's like all you need to do is exist between the time the ball is snapped and you hand that shit off. And on the off chance that you have to throw, if you can't hit that man, throw it in the fucking dirt.
Who was Dilfer? What wasn't Dilfer throwing it to Shannon Sharp?
Yep.
So there you go. You got a tight end to throw it to, and that.
But I mean, there were games when Trent Dilfer had like 9 passes.
Yeah.
And that's and when I saw the stat in the first quarter that Petras had 7 passes, I said, "What the hell is going on up there?"
Yeah,
that man should not have. He should get his 7th pass like halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
There's no reason in the world he should be throwing the ball. Nope. Just in warm-ups. Look at him filling up that beer. I don't even know what the hell he's drinking. Like I said, I've got nice, clean, clear Omaha water coming out of the Gatorade bottle. Pipes, what you sipping on?
I got some Yingling traditional lager here.
Oh, my mom said, "Hey, I got some Blue Moon in my closet there. You guys can take to the tailgate." I'm like, Blue Moon? Man, I ain't drinking a damn Blue Moon. I said, you might Pipes might drink that shit, but I go, not me.
I have, yeah, it's all right. I mean, you know, it's a wheat beer. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. I mean, that's what I was trying to tell her. I was like, Pipes and these
it's not.
They drink that shit. I don't drink that shit.
I don't know if I want for a tailgate. You know, I like a light beer. You know, when you're going to be eating stuff. You know,
I feel that.
Probably most likely fatty stuff and all that good thing. So
I feel that. So what are you thinking? What's your favorite Cyhawk memory?
Dude, I was thinking it's got to be 1999. Do you remember?
No.
So happened? That was when they ended when the Cyclones ended the streak. Do you remember watching that game? We were going to go to Iowa City, but then I don't know if we went out Friday night, and I was like, I'm going to work in the morning, because we had been down there how many times, you know, and it was never good. Obviously,
I don't remember it.
And no, so our place over there on Clark, you came over. I got off work. We just sat there and watched the game, and obviously, we ended Hayden's career.
99. So wait,
had that night.
Wait a minute.
Wasn't 99 we ended the streak?
No, 98 we ended the streak.
Okay.
Well, because 99 you were married. No, you got married in 99.
No.
Yeah, you got married in 99. It's on my arm. Because it's sitting on my arm. So 98 is when let me look at it.
When the streak ended?
Yeah. Yep, 98 It was
Well,
in Iowa City. 99 was
well,
in Ames.
right. Well, I might not have been living on Clark Street, but we went there to watch the game. That's all. Because I know I was working up in Ames.
So that had to be
and
98
we watched,
because it was on the road.
Yeah. Right. It was on the road. Yes. Yeah.
So
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, 98. Okay.
Right. So yeah. So
I still
that.
remember it.
What's that? You don't
I
remember
said I still
that?
don't
Now I feel
remember it.
bad. Now I feel bad. I thought we had a good memory together there. You know. Because that's when we went out that night and I was introducing the friends that already knew each other and stuff. I can't believe you don't remember that.
You know what? Those are some of my rougher.
Because we were going to go.
Times.
We were going to go, but then we changed our mind.
Damn. It's probably a good thing we ended up in a fight or some shit like that. You know, they're poor losers.
Then they would all been, yeah, no, it'd have been all right.
Yeah. For me, 2002, the comeback.
That was gonna be my number 2. That's what I was deciding between.
I had bet a dude. I was working at Becker Underwood, and I had bet a dude who was a big Hawk fan that the Cyclones would cover the spread. The Cyclones were like 2-touchdown underdog, and
Really.
Yep. And I bet they're gonna cover the spread. He's like, no, their ass whipped. I'm like, okay, let's bet. And it was 24 to 24 to 10 at half. And it didn't look like it was gonna be anything. And the dude called me at halftime talking shit. I was over at Gerald's. He's running his mouth, talking shit, and I'm like, you know what, bro? Iowa State's. I said, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go double or nothing. Iowa State covers the spread. I said, and we'll go triple or nothing. That Iowa State wins outright. And
shoot.
And he jumped all over that shit. Because I don't know why I felt so confident that Iowa State was going to win. But something in me was just like, no, they're not going down like that. I know they're going to cover. I said, but something tells me that they're going to come back and win this game. And sure enough, they came storming out that second half, and I think won it like 36-31 or something like that was the final.
Let's see over here.
The memorable part of that.
You're right. It was 36-31.
The dude calls me back up. You know, I'm like, because Gerald's like, man, you gotta call him up. You gotta call him up and let him have it. I'm like, no, that's not me. So he calls me up. This dude is literally in tears.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious. Dude was in tears. I was crying. I was crying because that man was so hurt.
Yeah, that was because that was that ended up being the 5th in a row. VJ sent a text. He's gonna be hitting us up. Yeah, because that ended up being 5 in a row. And yeah, and obviously that was the only regular season loss, wasn't it?
That was theirs. Yep.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. That was because Brad Banks was their quarterback. Fred Russell was the running back.
Yep.
Greving was the backup.
Oh, he had a huge fumble.
Yeah. So.
Well, you remember the excuse? You remember the excuse that game was because Brad Banks taped his thumb up too tight, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the problem in the first half.
Do you remember all those excuses that would come out when Iowa State had that streak going? Yeah.
Whenever doesn't matter whenever Iowa State wins, no matter what sport they beat Iowa in, there's always a gang of excuses.
Yeah.
And that is literally why people hate them so damn much. Because they just can't take an L.
Yeah. Yeah. I was deciding between that one because that one I had tickets to that game. And then a friend had to move his wedding up. And so I had to give up the tickets.
Oh,
but so we're sitting there at the reception. You know how you're up there at the table, and I was getting updates, and it was like 24-0 or something at one point.
Oh, yeah,
like they just kept coming back, like Iowa scored again, Iowa scored. But we finally got done with all the stuff where they started the dance, where we could all make it to the hotel bar, and like you said, I think Iowa State scored late in the first half to make it like 24-10. I think you said, and which made it seem just a little better because they got a little momentum going into halftime, and then we were back there for a second half, and bartenders giving us shots and everything. It was just a good time. I don't know if the bride how much the bride enjoyed it, but it was fun.
It was 24-7.
Okay. Yeah. So they so they finally scored.
Yeah. And then Iowa State stormed. I mean, they went scored 20. Outscored them. 23 to 23-0 that third quarter. Capping it off with a safety.
Yep, that was the Greving fumble. Or Greving? No, Greving didn't fumble. He got caught in the backfield. Yes, that's right.
And then back-to-back field goals gives Iowa State 36-24. And then Iowa scored a touchdown and an extra point with a minute and a half left, and we sealed the game. Oh, yo, you ready?
Oh, hello.
Hey. What's up?
Hey.
Welcome to the Side Eye Podcast, the new and improved Side Eye Podcast. Now we're in tri-screens. I got to move over a little bit more. I usually like to cut myself off. So, do you have a favorite Cyhawk memory?
I don't really have very many memories from that due to all the tailgating, but
that's what he brought up his, and I'm like, I don't remember that.
I remember lots of tailgates.
And it wasn't even tailgating.
Yeah. I do remember a time before you had powerful cameras. I had one of those flip phones after Iowa State defeated Iowa, and I snapped a picture of the people in the stands with the band. And I think there was one person
that was fun. The Shaggy game.
Yeah. There's one person I thought was zeroing on, and I think it was she. She was dejected. Yes. I remember someone I used to work with came up with some T-shirts that made fun of the Hawkeye fans, and he was getting death threats, and people were trying to find him. This was a while ago. Yeah. There's some good
Oh yeah,
t-shirts.
no, I remember that.
Yeah.
No, he had a website. It was like hawksock.com or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
And he was handing out
was
koozies and stuff, and
he was making some money, and then some smart internet savvy folks started getting a little close to him. So yeah, he backed away from that.
wow.
People are sad. Some sad people out there. So, since you're here now,
Mm-hmm.
and you weren't here last week, would you like to explain how you became a Cyclone fan?
Uh-oh. Daggone pipes.
I'm going to give you the floor.
I got to go back to, mom and dad taking us to games, and I mean, I did hear your story, and I got to agree that back in the day when OU was strong, watching them run that wishbone, but seeing Money Green and those guys back in the day was cool. I mean, and then it helped also. I mean, it's a different sport, but going to some of the basketball camps and seeing some of the players there and running around with some of those guys while you were still in high school, that kind of thing. And actually, and this program's not around anymore, but when Mom had the incoming freshman, she ran that program.
The APP program.
Yep. Trying to think. Gosh, there was an Iowa State basketball player who was part of that as well, and I used to look up to him too. Yeah. I mean, just being around that environment, seeing some of the athletes, and as I got older, getting to know a few of them and hanging out with them, that brought me into the Cyclone fandom.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. Mike, I was telling Paz, yes, it's hard to cheer against dudes you know, or like I said, I'm sitting in class with football players, having to do projects with them, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I hope y'all get your ass put by Oklahoma this week. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, no, you're not going to say that.
Yeah, you can't say that, but you get close, closer to them, and you hope they do well, and then it just switches from that. But yeah, just being around.
Well, shoot, and I grew up with one of the Gibbons boys, and how strong wrestling is in the state of Iowa. Yeah. You couldn't help, and Iowa State still is a prime spot for wrestlers to come to school. Yeah, you couldn't help. It was rare back in our day to have someone who attended Ames High School or grew up in the Ames environment and liked the Hawkeyes or liked the UNI Panthers or the Drake Bulldogs. I mean, it just didn't happen. Now they might move away.
Yeah, I was saying the only people who did went to college at those places,
right,
and became a fan. They weren't fans prior.
And it was rare to see kids, especially athletes, that would try to go to University of Iowa as well. So,
it'd be nice to see that again.
Well, hey, the program's headed in the right direction. You brought up. Did you bring up Gene Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I was saying, that was one of my things. Is I didn't think it didn't seem like they really wanted to win, and he came in here and was like, "Oh no, we winning. We're gonna win. We're gonna put good coaches out here. They're gonna get good players, and we're gonna start winning some games."
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we moved from. I hope no one hates this, but from being like the Chicago Cubs, where you're fanatical about your team, but they're just not going to do it for you. They're not going to do it. I mean, I guess I should say that once.
And
it moved on. Yeah, I mean, I thought Gene Smith was integral in helping Iowa State move up. See, there's a different future.
Well, He hired McCarney, and then he kind of ushered out Johnny Orr to Tim Floyd.
Yep.
So,
which was unpopular. Oof. Yeah.
Yes. Well, because Johnny, I think Johnny was probably ready to step down, but
I'm sure he wanted to go his way.
Coaches. Yeah, he wanted to put one of his coaches in there, and I don't think Gene was having it. So,
well, it all worked out. And
then you had because you had the Tim Floyd, Larry Eustachy. You got some Big 12 championships or Big 8 championships. Damn. So anyway,
no kidding. Yeah.
For sure. So, well, it's MVP. Who we liking for MVPs this week?
For me, it always takes a great quarterback performance to beat Iowa. So it's going to have to be Hunter Deckers. So.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of cop out a little bit and say it's going to be the offensive line.
This is a cop out.
Ooh, I like that.
Because if they play four, it's going to be a long ass day.
Yes, it will be. Yeah, yes. Now the offensive line. Iowa's probably licking some wounds, but they feel confident in their defense. So yeah, our offensive line can open up some holes, do some damage in the trenches.
I'm going to flip to the other side.
Really?
In a rare move by myself. Wait for this man to come back in. In a rare move, I'm going to go defense, and I'm going to go Reader. Stop that run. I think he's got to fill them gaps. I think it's going to need to be all three of Reader, Vance, and Vaughn to shut down that run game on early downs and force them into third and longs. Now I'm probably going to be wrong, because it's usually going to go to an offensive player. But
maybe we should go with Jalen Knoll to receive the kicks, to receive the punts before they bounce in front of the 10 and end up on the 2.
Hey, if he does that, well then, hey, we'll just we'll make him post game player of the week.
Yes.
I just want to see that headline. You saw the headline about Iowa victory without the O's in it?
Yeah, without the O's, yeah.
Yes. I want to see another Iowa loss without the O's in it.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about this earlier. I just want to see us put the game at a point where their quarterback's getting just booed mercifully, where they're booing their own team in the freaking Cy-Hawk game. I would just love that. But like I told you, missed it, Vernon. I told William Petras, I'm sure he's going to look like Tom Brady this week.
Don't say that, please. Don't say that. Oh, man.
If that's how we'll lose, then I'm fine. So be it. Because if it takes an out-of-body experience to win that game, well then, hey, if Petras looks like Tom Brady and Iowa wins this game, then we were never meant to win this game. Because, that dude has a better chance of looking like Tom Hanks than Tom Brady. So if he goes out there and throws for 350 and 4 touchdowns, you know what? Hey, we weren't. The stars were aligned, and there was nothing we could have done was going to win that game if that happens. Because that dude don't have it in him. I mean, he needs 2-3 games to get to 350.
Damn, William.
Hey, it sounds rough, but at no point is anybody telling me to stop lying.
Nope.
I mean, I'm just saying, the dude is a hot bag of trash, and Ferris should be fired for the inability to find anybody better than him. There's got to be somebody walking these colleges that's got to be better than that cat. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Well, the defense should make him continue to look like that. That's a good take. That's a hot take. That's a good one.
I mean, here's the thing is, I'd like to think that defenses cause that. I didn't think that dude just sucks. He's kind of him and McCaffrey. Those two coaches got a habit of just falling in love with a cat and sticking with him no matter what. Because nobody in their right mind would let Petras continue to start. I mean, come on, he's just not that good. And I'm all for riding and dying with my players, but at some point you gotta just put your arm around a kid and just be like, hey, you know what? Clipboards help too.
Dude, just last year, Campbell pulled freaking Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
In this game.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, and so it's, you know, it's not like it ruined him for the rest of the year. Obviously, they didn't have the year that they wanted to have, but sometimes you just, So I don't know. I'm not worried about them as far as that. He can make I hope he keeps making bad decisions. And he looks bad.
Yes, please.
And we take advantage of it. You know,
I just don't need Iowa State making turnovers. I mean, not just me. Everybody does.
Right.
I mean, if Iowa State's not making turnovers, I think it's the needle moves in Iowa State's favor. If there's no turnovers,
and if somehow if we can figure out how to play this game on their end of the field, you know, like they have to us, right? Then So I don't know. Yeah, I just want to see it. So
we got 5 days to wait.
Is that long? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
4.
No, 4 days.
4 days.
Short week, William. Short week.
I know.
Labor Day weekend.
Damn it.
Sorting that week up.
Yeah, 4 days. What are y'all doing for the game? I know you'll be in the side dive. You got a game. You got a game to go watch or coach or something.
Yep, I'm going to be watching soccer.
Where at?
This soccer match this weekend is in Waverly Shell Rock, home of I'm sure a lot of Hawkeye fans.
Where the hell is the Waverly Shell Rock?
It's near Waterloo.
Yeah. What
time's your game?
10 o'clock. So I'll be able to make it back in time for.
Oh, it's just one game?
Yeah, it's just one match. One soccer match.
God damn, you're gonna go over there for one game?
Oh yeah.
What's this?
I don't think he's too upset about it. I don't think he's too upset about it.
Is this for Ayla?
I'm used to it. Aria.
Aria.
Yeah.
God dang, boy.
Yeah. Shoot. Sometimes we go to Decorah.
Where the hell is that at? I don't know.
I remember that. We talked about that last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that's last year. But you know what's happened to me in a year?
Northeastern. But Pseudo Sue. There's some good breweries there. So
Oh, that's that shit y'all drink with a crazy ass label, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
With the dinosaur on.
Dinosaurs and shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
that too.
Well, what was it? Yeah, are you going somewhere? Or are you gonna watch it at home?
Me? Oh no, I'll be here.
You coming to watch the game with me, dude?
What?
I wish it's birthday, man. It's birthday weekend.
I know.
Boy turning 16. Laid out in the middle of my living room floor. Yeah, 16 years old this weekend.
Dang.
Yeah. So I guess if you'll be back, you gonna just pick some food up because we're at the what you cooking segment.
Oh crap! Yeah.
So, you gonna be getting off the road.
Maybe grabbing the grabbing the Casey's on the way home.
Correct. Yes, especially because Ari will be there. You know how young kids are. They don't not adventurous with the food choices. So
it don't matter.
Pipes is on point. Casey's.
My man would eat Little Caesars every day of the week. I think I'm doing wings.
Nice.
Flavors? Or just a dry rub or what?
No, I think I'm just going to barbecue a few, and then I think I'm gonna do that gochujang, that Korean honey garlic that I like, that pasty, sticky, spicy, sweet kind of thing.
It sounds like something from the Ohio Players back in the day.
I should have had some porn music going on behind that bad boy. Should have overlaid that.
I'm glad you didn't say that any slower.
I'll have to figure out how to slow that up in the clip.
Here we go.
Spicy.
Sticky.
I'll call Dan. I'm like, I need some slowed up porn music.
There you go.
Right now. Fire it over to me.
We need the heavy bass on this shit.
Yeah. PIPES. What do you got? Go up. Is it Earl Campbell?
Well, I still got some hot links. Yep, I got some of those left over. You know, I thought I'd throw that on there, see if I could entice you to make a trip.
I see you got hot links,
but I'm gonna do
all capital letters on the
yes
on the script.
Yeah,
I saw that too. I was like, what? Damn.
Yeah,
like, I know what he's trying to do.
And I'll do them. I'm gonna do them with the coleslaw again, and the jalapenos and the barbecue sauce.
Okay. Sweet. I figured you might have saved those for the following week for the Ohio game.
Oh man, I was trying to get you here.
I know,
and we need like some Earl Campbell physicality for this game. So
yeah, we do. That's true. No, you're right. We don't need it as much for Ohio as we do this Iowa game. We need that smash mouth, Earl Campbell style. Run him over. For sure. Nice. VJ, you listening to any music lately?
Nothing new. I mean, actually, I've kind of thrown the towel on finding new things and just ask Zeta. What's our good list?
It's easier.
Yes. But no, nothing new. I'm still, my playlists are the stuff that we all listened to back in the day.
Pipes?
Yeah. Nothing. No, I haven't found anything new lately. No, I've been digging back. Like I said, ever since I've been digging back into the old school hip hop now that I knew we were going to be tailgating again together. So, other than rediscovering the Outcast, which I talked about last week, yeah, there's and the songs that you've recommended that I'd forgotten about or whatever. So
Shit, some of those I had
and like
forgotten about.
I didn't realize you were a big Ludacris fan until you came over this summer.
Oh no,
I
I
knew
mean,
you like Ludacris, but I didn't know you were a big fan.
you know, I'm a bigger fan of his features when it's featuring Ludacris. Then I mean, he's got bangers.
Yeah,
But I'll tell anybody if that shit says featuring Ludacris, that shit's gonna be good. That shit's gonna be good. I haven't seen anything or heard anything that says featuring Ludacris that's been bad. And his lyrics on all those things, I don't care what the song is, are always good. It's always good. So yeah, featuring Ludacris. I mean, from being on DJ Felly Fells or DJ Khaled's or Missy Elliott, don't matter. Ludacris goes hard when he's featuring. I mean, he's got. I mean, I love the area codes. Southern Hospitality. I mean, jeez, I mean that's just one of those, you know, you're feeling that shit in your chest with that beat drops in, and
True.
I mean, I could go on. There's a number. So I mean, yeah, I guess I'm not as when it comes to when people start asking me about my favorite rappers. Ludacris doesn't necessarily come to my forefront because you know I just
that's
strong feeling about the rappers that I'm a fan of. But no, I mean I like a majority of his stuff.
Yeah, and I guess that's why I hadn't realized that because I knew where you stand on your most of your main guys.
I got my favorites, and I'll fight a motherfucker who tries to down any of my favorites. But, you know, I mean, I like Ludacris. And I've gotten into arguments. I mean, I've met a bunch of people who think Ludacris is terrible. And I'm like, I don't understand why. You don't like him because he was in Fast and the Furious? Or
yeah.
I was going to say because he was mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I mean,
what rapper ain't mainstream now?
Or trying to be, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what? Sure, people want to be artists, but people want to get paid too. I mean, artists got to eat. You know, I mean, shit. Y'all know me. I don't do any new school. I rarely do. Although some dude, All Elite Wrestling had a pay-per-view last night or Sunday night. And this I'm like, who the fuck, you know, some dude out of the crowd jumps in, he's all tatted up, big fat dude. And I'm like, oh, this has gotta be some goddamn rapper, so because that's what they fucking do. And so he jumps in the ring and throws a couple of dudes out of there, and he stands there with a baby face and they're posing and shit. I go in my wrestling chat and I'm like, who the hell is this dude? They're like, Action Bronson.
Oh yeah.
Like, who the hell is Action Bronson?
He's not a bit. What? You didn't know who Action Bronson was?
No.
Oh.
Should I?
He's not that old.
I mean, I know Charles Bronson. I know Action Jackson. I don't know no Action Bronson.
Action Bronson was he like 210s, Vernon?
To what?
Like,
oh yeah,
in the 2010s.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they said. They're like, oh, I go.
I think he had a cooking show too, if I'm right.
He did, and he just lost a bunch of weight. The dude's like all he's all skinny now.
Huh. But I'm like, okay. Well, I'm like, I guess it shows my age. I go, shit out. Is this dude worth listening to? I go, I'm an old school East Coast rap fan. And one of the dudes was like, I mean, yeah, they named a couple of songs, White Ghost or some shit like that. Like, he's from New York. He's got that East Coast feel. And I'm like, all right, I'll go give him a listen. I haven't. But I suppose, I suppose at some point, I mean,
it's just
the
okay.
Man jumped into wrestling,
okay.
so I guess I gotta give him a listen.
I have been paying more attention to Little Brother and
who?
Little Brother. They were
a rapper.
I would call them underground, but this would have been this would have been about probably around the same time, 2010s, something like that, mid 2000s to probably 2015. But I've been listening to them a little bit, and of course BDP, KRS-One. So yeah,
always.
So, but yeah, again, nothing new.
Get that look on your face.
That's the way it should be, though. Well, no. That's, I mean, well, no. I was gonna say, I think I played some prof for you up at Ron's, but that dude's from Minneapolis, and he's kind of up there, kind of in with the whole atmosphere, kind of obviously the 2010s also, but dude's got some beats. Geez.
What's that?
Got a cat.
You got a fucking werewolf coming out. Yeah, what's that?
I'm surprised this hasn't happened earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say cat trying to make a cameo.
So yeah, but no, I do.
Back in the 2010s and listen to some music.
Well, no, he's got a new album, and one of the songs I freaking love. It's fucking silly, but I fucking love it. I played it for Isabella, and she was like, "Well, the beat's cool, yeah." She just just like, come on, Dad.
I think Isabella and we have the same music taste and shit like that. Because that sounds like something I'd say. Yeah, I tell anybody, look, these new cats, they got beats for days and got no lyrics. No lyrics.
Well, yeah. What's funny? So my helper, he's 20, and I asked him if he'd heard of Prof. He's like, no, I don't. He's like, I don't listen to rap. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, you were just playing Biggie the other day, Biggie and all this other old school stuff, and it was like, it was almost like, well, yeah, well, that's not, that's totally different than rap or hip hop or whatever. I was it just kind of, I got a kick out of it, I guess. Because it's like the classics are good, and the new stuff, and he's 20. I just surprised.
Every once in a while, you find a young person who's got 2 ears and their frontal lobe is fully developed. And they get it. They get it that this stuff that is being produced by their peers is hot garbage. And then they go back and appreciate.
Well, that kind of goes. I'm running the tools. I mean, technically they're a new artist, but they're totally not marketed to kids. Like you said, you're like, well, yeah, because they have something to say.
Are they a new group? I mean, Killer Mike was
old artist.
Around.
True. Yep.
But they don't have that new ass sound.
No.
Right. And like you said, they have something to say.
Yeah, which is always appreciative.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not doing a straight up party anthem, if you're doing a party anthem, say whatever the fuck you want. Don't say anything at all. just go on your beat. But the second you slow that music down to medium pace, you better have a lyric or two, because you can. If it's a fast song, you can get lost on the dance floor in that shit. But you slow that pace down, and all of a sudden people can start paying attention to what it is that you're saying.
Unless you're mumble rap.
Unless you mumbling.
Please stop.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Predictions.
You go first.
I'll take the Clones.
Oh, shit.
And I am going to say it's going to be 17-9. I think the best they're going to get is some field goals, because that man is not going to be able to carry them all the way to the, unless they bust one. If he's having to bust a run, I don't think he's going to be able to carry them, drive them down to the end zone, unless they're going to have to settle for field goals. And Iowa State's going to come back for that win.
So you're thinking it's going to be like a 10-9, or
it's going to be. I think through half it's going to be,
or like they're going to be up
first half. It's going to be like 9-7, and Iowa State's going to get a field goal to take the lead, and then get a garbage touchdown late.
I like that.
Now,
you up, BJ?
Said, I don't think I've ever even been remotely close. So, great.
I'm rolling with Iowa State, but my score is 23-20. But it's not the. It's going to be Cyclones are going to score 3 touchdowns and a safety.
And a safety? Oh shit!
We know safeties are popular over there. And now my man Pipes Didog, he got something to say.
Man. Just killing me.
Dang.
Just killing me.
Yeah, dude.
What's that?
Like, damn, dude, come on, get it out. Spit it out.
Iowa 8-7.
Okay.
Damn. That is low scoring.
So are they getting a safety? Or are they getting a 2-point conversion?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so 2 field goals and two field goals and a safety.
Okay. So you banking on their punter.
Field position.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
till my boys can prove me wrong.
Well,
I mean, it's been a long time.
This is the first time anybody's ever picked against the Cyclones.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, dude. I'm shook right now.
That means Iowa State's gotta win.
I'm gonna call this dude. I'm gonna call this dude with side dog down there Tim Jaspering now. I ain't calling him Pipes anymore.
Is this the Cyhawk dive?
I'm trying to fire up my boys. There's,
okay.
I mean, hey,
so they could be like some
you know what?
jackass that's sitting in a basement called the side dive, just picked us to lose. You know,
I mean, Chris
get them
Chris
fired
Williams
up.
and those dudes, they've picked against Iowa State in this game before, so and in
Yep.
other games, so
Yep.
not that big a deal. Not that big a deal.
Now I could say what I
mean,
want to happen.
Part of me thought about picking, and I just couldn't do it. When I thought about the game, I mean, here's the thing: is how hypocritical would it have been me to go on a 5-minute tirade about how shitty the quarterback is.
I'm saying.
Win. So I guess when I thought about that, I'm like, look, I think this dude is complete garbage. He can't win. He can't win this game. So,
dude, that's what I thought last year. That's straight up what I said last year. I'm like, that it's going to be close, and then we're going to force Petras into making plays, and he's not going to be able to do it, and we're going to pull away at the end. And he never had to do it. He made his one play that he had to,
because we made the errors scored once again.
Yeah, I know. We just sat there and handed it to him. So until we can prove that we can't do that.
I understand that. I understand it.
Yep.
Well, cool. Well, there you have it, people.
So,
but
there's a reason why I don't bet on the games. So there you go.
So there you have it. Episode 2, Season 2, Cyhawk Week.
Yes.
The Side Dive Podcast. It's your boys. Come at. I put the social media handles up last week. I'll throw it up at the end this week. Nobody hollered at us. Somebody holler at us. I know people are watching. We got views. Say something. Come on. Tell us, hey, we can take constructive criticism. We grown men. We ain't gonna cry on social media if you say you don't like the show. We don't care if you like the show. We already got the number for you watching it, so we're good. Okay, I mean, we're good. It's like do whatever you want after you buy it. You already bought it, so you already watched. So go ahead and leave us a comment. I mean, shit. Tell us what we're doing bad so we can do it better for you. All right. Tell us what you enjoy so we can do more of it. All right. You want more cooking? We can add a little bit more cooking in there. You want to hear more music? We can add a little bit more music in there. You don't want any of that? Go ahead and tell us that. That's probably not going to change, but you'll at least voice your opinion. So, with that said, you know what? Huck the fox. Let's go, clone.
Let's do this.
We out.
Go Cyclones.
Let's do it. 23-20.